Welcome back to the Hollow Knight Marauders podcast and Hollow Knight Marauders Live Star Wars Celebration 2025.
All right, guys, we already got news.
Yeah, so we were
news is pouring in.
We're a little bit late because I made an intro for that, and it was not nearly as good as the one Jamie made. I was just like, here it is, let's make this, throw some music on it. And then Jamie was like, I gotta make a good one.
I can never just throw music on it. I gotta change.
And it was worth it. It was really good. It was way better than
that was
mine.
fantastic. That was great.
Thanks.
Brings back a lot of celebration memories from 2020.
I wanted to showcase it. So what's going on?
All right, because news started coming out, which I did not expect. Levi,
so here we go.
Levi, Matt, go ahead.
All right, so a new Star Wars trilogy is confirmed to be in the works from Simon Kinberg. We had heard rumors about this, but this is a confirmation. Films from James Mangold, Charmin Obaid-Chinoy, and Taika Waititi are still in the works. So everything is still, in the works, but we're also getting a new Star Wars trilogy from Simon Kinberg. The other big news is that Ryan Gosling will officially star in Sean Levy's Star Wars film, described as a standalone adventure that takes place a few years after the events of The Rise of Skywalker. Begins filming this fall. So
wow.
This is the next movie right out the gate.
And that's who's directing that?
That's Sean Levy. He did
Sean Levy, right? Yeah. Well, yeah,
Deadpool and Wolverine. He did. That was his last movie. He's done a bunch. What else has he done?
He did Free Guy.
He did Free Guy.
Yeah, which was great. Filmed in Boston.
He did the Pink Panther 2006. Holy hell! He did Real Steel. Wow.
That is so okay. So everybody, welcome in. We didn't expect to get news right away.
We weren't expecting news right away, but this is big.
Today, right now in Japan, it's Friday, the first day of celebration. It's Thursday here in the United States where we are.
Yeah, so it's Friday.
What the hell is Star Wars Starfighter? They just announced a thing called Star Wars Starfighter. Is that the movie?
This is already chaos.
Okay, hang on. Reset. Sorry, that was me. Reset two things. Okay, so we wanted to do a stream tonight to do literally just like a watch along with the announcements as they're happening, because again, as AJ just said, it is the day one of Star Wars Celebration happening in Japan right now. Like the doors just opened maybe like an hour ago. So we're here just chilling. The music is back.
This was the theme song of Star Wars Celebration London 2022. Was that 2020? No, that was Anaheim. 2023.
23, yeah. So last celebration, which was London, we all just kind of hung out and did the stream. I did not because it was in the middle of the night, but you guys were here. Hannah from the Ray side was with us for a bit. Chad was with us. Yeah. So we're doing the same thing right now, just hanging out and doing
Pink Panther 2006. Funniest movie of 2000.
So the movie's
fantastic. It's called Starfighter, apparently.
Star Wars Starfighter. Coming May 28th. We have a date, May 28th, 2027.
2027.
Which screen? I have
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
I have I'm following Star Wars Explained. Alex and Molly, they're
the best resource.
They
are there. They are in the room.
Yeah.
So it releases 3 days after the 50th anniversary of Star Wars.
You know what? 2027. Can we go out there?
Is he gonna play Can we get a recreation of the video game and he's playing Nem or whatever his name was?
Nem.
Was it Nem?
Yeah, it's the guy with the dreads. The big alien guy.
That looks. Look, they just used the Rise of Skywalker text and threw that.
They did, and then just threw Starfighter in the middle of the stuff. That's funny.
So we got Sean Levy and Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling in Star Wars. Okay, I just want to talk about Ryan Gosling real quick.
I like Ryan Gosling.
I love Ryan Gosling. He is possibly my favorite actor at the moment. I think he's the funniest.
Do you guys know this little movie called the Nice Guys?
Yeah, you ever watched The
Have
Nice
you
Guys?
seen The Nice Guys?
You ever seen The Nice Guys?
That's a great movie.
If anyone in the chat hasn't seen The Nice Guys, I highly recommend it. It's like a vibe of a movie.
It's so fun.
Hilarious. It's my kind of comedy, I guess I would say. But it's very Big Lebowski, yes.
Half about it is them tracking down stuff with a porn film director, but it's a lot of fun. It's a fun movie.
Also, apparently,
go ahead.
Some of the sequel movies or some of the sequel characters will come back in Starfighter.
I would hope so. If it's post Tross, that'd be great.
Have you guys ever heard of the movie The Last Starfighter from 1987, 1988?
I feel
you ever heard of that? That's giving me big. I don't, because it's just called Starfighter and it's making me think of the last Starfighter. But that's literally, it was a Star Wars ripoff about a farm boy who's recruited into an intergalactic rebellion, and he has to fly a starfighter and blow up the evil base.
We do love Jar Jar Binks.
So there you go.
So I wonder if as Jamie was attempting
Star Wars
to say
Celebration.
What's that, Matt?
Sorry, we have people in the chat who seem to be from Star Wars at Star Wars Celebration right now.
Pretty sure that's just Taylor.
Okay, never mind.
Hey, Taylor. Live.
Go ahead.
No, there.
Right. So, what was I saying? I was saying, so tonight we're covering whatever this panel is right now because we thought it was it's listed online as the Mandalorian and Grogu panel, and apparently it's a bunch of movies. It's kind of like their showcase thing, as they used to call it. But for some reason they call it the Mandalorian and Grogu panel, but they're talking about Star Wars Starfighter.
Oh, it looks different. Here's a different angle of so it's not blue. The text is not blue. It's like yellow.
It looked like it looked
Can you
like
imagine
green
yellow Star Wars
you
text?
shared earlier.
That's weird.
Like A New Hope.
That's kind of wild.
Oh, the green lighting threw me off. I saw the one green and I was like, that's it.
Yeah,
that
well,
is it.
The other, it's like other
like the
angles they take look blue.
Or is it gold or blue?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
But yeah, so today we're gonna be covering that stuff, and the panel, like the live stream from Celebration, starts in about 30 minutes, which they'll just be doing whatever with guests on the floor and the random stuff they just have throughout the day. If you guys have watched the audience, that is, has watched Star Wars Celebration through the live stream.
I tossed at least like one clip in the beginning, I think, from it when Hayden and Ewan were on stage.
So we'll probably tune into that in a little bit.
We have a teaser for Starfighter. Not anything other than just the logo, but there's like an official video for it.
Like
That's
on
kind of wild.
That we can watch.
Star Wars, the official Star Wars Twitter just posted it. I mean, it's literally just the logo, like with some like generic Star Wars music on it, and you can hear it.
Yeah, it's just generic Star Wars music.
May 28th, 2027. Wee.
Interesting.
Hang on, I'm listening to it.
Oh yeah, here we go. So that is exciting.
I mean, that's way more than I thought we were gonna get. Although I think it's really funny that like in London we were like, whoa, Rey movie, this movie, that movie, and now we're like, whoa, this movie, that movie, but they're different movies.
I mean, it's more so just like give me some movies.
I mean, yeah, give me some movies, like, for crying out loud. Having a release date and a set like time for when they're going to start filming,
beautiful,
fills me with immense hope. That's exactly what I've been dying for ever since.
It is funny you mentioned going back to London because they announced those 3 movies. And how is our network, by the way? How's our is it coming through all right? Like is it laggy?
It's a little laggy, but not too bad. I mean,
okay,
I don't know how many.
But anyways,
it's fine now.
Let me put this back. So I don't know. Back in London, they announced those 3 movies, and we were pumped. And now then they threw in the Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah,
which kind of annoyed us a little bit because we're like, okay, this is pretty obviously like maybe a corporate move or something like that.
Totally.
Gonna see it the first day, anyways. I'll probably see a trailer and be excited for it. I'm sure it'll be a fun movie. But
they did drop the date for Mando and Grogu.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was like, what was that news?
When is it? May something?
May 22nd, 2026.
Yeah.
So we're switching to May release dates. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I understand it for 2027 because they'd want to match with like the 50th anniversary of Star Wars. But I like the December release dates.
I don't even think you need the to match up with the 50th for Star Wars. Like,
I mean, I get it. I understand why they would want to release it in May in 2027. True. But I'm disappointed that we are not getting Christmas releases anymore. I'm with you, Sam.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
I like the Christmas releases a lot, and I mean, I think the box office probably does better for them anyways at the Christmas, and we got in that little mode. I mean, I like a May movie, so I mean, it is what it is.
Okay, the one movie they released in May was the worst box office wise of any performances so far, and then we have all the Christmas ones making $1 billion each.
So I guess Ryan Gosling is going to be playing some sort of pilot, I would assume.
playing the guy you mentioned earlier. What's his name?
Nem, or is it Nem? I don't. My Starfighter knowledge is.
I'm pretty sure it's Nem. I think you're right.
But like I was saying earlier, and I keep getting derailed because there's a lot going on. We jumped into the fire and flames here.
Or maybe it's not Nem. What the fuck?
Something like that. But they're pivoting, and we have a new trilogy of movies. Is the Ryan Gosling a trilogy of movies?
No, it's a standalone adventure.
So what's the trilogy?
The trilogy is from Simon Kinberg.
Okay.
I think that was all the information we got from it, was just that there is a trilogy of movies planned to come out. Let me see. What? I didn't save it? What a pain.
Yeah, one of our topics, if we get to it tonight, was, and we'll be streaming tomorrow night as well, which I'm trying to get to. But yeah, I'm hoping Celebration 2027, if that's when it is in Orlando or Anaheim, just in our area of the world. But we'll see what happens. Orlando would be closer to us, so that would probably be preferable. But we'll see.
You guys want to see a picture of the Mandalorian and Grogu from the Mandalorian and Grogu?
Can I just pull it up on my
Do
thing?
they look like the Mandalorian and Grogu?
It's literally just them. It's literally just the Mandalorian and Grogu. I got that off of Reddit, so I don't know.
Oh, you're back over there now.
I'm bouncing between the two. So Sean Levy's movie. Okay. Yeah, so I guess the only thing about Simon Kinberg's thing was that it's a new Star Wars trilogy, which I'm excited about because I think Star Wars works best as trilogies. I'm actually not a huge fan of like the one-off movie idea.
Yeah, I like to build some momentum.
They seemingly went for. Like, I think Star Wars works as like 3-part movies.
Just shout out to Alex and Molly for throwing together this graphic while they're like at the panel.
Right? What the hell?
I'm sure it was just like a throw it in and like
ready to go.
Ready to go.
Yeah, but like Jesus,
that's cool. They're doing work out there. Boots on the ground.
They are. There are boots on the ground. We sent them there.
Welcome in.
To recon news.
Yeah.
Literally doing their own job. Like, that is like their job.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, legit.
Well, they're doing a very good job at their job.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, wasn't expecting
Star
that.
Wars Starfighter with Ryan Gosling.
Can I just talk about Matt for a second? Last night, he's like, "Wait, we're doing a celebration stream tomorrow." All steamed off about it, and I'm like, "Yeah, I told you the other day."
I was confused. You didn't tell me the other day.
So
you just sent a text saying that it was going to be happening while
were we already planning on covering Celebration?
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Oh, Celebration will be Thursday, our time."
These guys expect me to be able to put puzzle pieces together, but you got to just say it. You just got to say it to me.
Apparently,
here's the thing.
I had to hold your hand.
AJ and I will like make plans and slightly communicate them to Matt, and we'll just like make the plans and be like, "Oh yeah, we'll just make sure Matt's free." And then we sometimes don't fully tell him the actual plan.
This is what it's like, guys.
And so we're just like, "Oh, like." We'll literally be like, "Oh, are you free whatever XYZ time?" And he's like, "Yeah," or "No," and then we'll figure out the time, and Matt just shows up and does his job. It is half our fault, though, I will say. So
I'll take some blame.
Thank you, Jamie.
I assumed for you to assume.
Because it was funny, like, reading all the messages yesterday. Whoa. Like, I was in like 3 meetings, and then suddenly both of them were just like to each other.
Is this Sigourney?
Dude.
Is that?
Yeah, that is Sigourney. So she's a pilot?
I can't see shit.
Really?
She's a pilot?
I gotta pull this up on
you can see Pedro Pascal on the left on the stage, Sigourney with the mic, Filoni and Favreau on the right, and maybe Kathy Kennedy.
Kathleen Kennedy is said to be on stage right now.
I need to put on my slightly larger glasses.
And these are the
we got the real life BD units. Well, I don't know how I feel about those
ones.
In the movies.
I knew they said they were going to feature them in the Mandalorian and Grogu, so I guess this is confirmation.
What is he wearing on stage? I need a live feed at that.
Curious.
He looks like he's wearing a white shirt and brown pants.
All I can say is Rogue One.
Thank you, Dad.
Is that his favorite movie?
It is Rogue One is one of his all-time faves.
Rogue One.
Rogue One.
Jamie, can you not see the shared screen?
No, I can see the shared screen. I just straight up don't want to be like looking.
I gotcha.
You know, at the thing because I have like my second computer going.
I hear you.
Oh man. Yeah, there's a really good picture of Sigourney and Jon Favreau. She looks good.
Is there more?
She always looks good. Let's be real. Yeah. Sigourney Weaver always looks good.
But she's not at Celebration because I think her and Pedro Pascal are going on Good Morning America tomorrow, and rumor has it that's probably going to be when the.
That's her.
She's not at Celebration, is what I'm saying.
No.
She's just in the picture.
No, I mean on the bottom with the microphone.
Maybe.
I mean, on my screen, I can see it full. Go on this page and check on your own.
Maybe they're gonna like Skype in. Skype, Jesus. Maybe they're gonna like.
What year is
what else do you call it? Zoom. They're gonna.
I really
remote in.
Chad, I'm with you here. Since Anaheim, I think it's when they started doing this.
Friggin' agree, dude.
They streamed. Imagine them not streaming the Rise of Skywalker panel back in 2019, and what happened to my camera?
It reset. Also, can confirm Pedro Pascal and Sigourney Weaver are actually there. Because
they're in this photo.
No, exactly. They're in that photo. So I don't know what you're talking about, Matt. With the
Well, they're going to be on Good Morning America tomorrow.
Maybe they're gonna phone it into Good Morning America.
Actually, Skype. They're gonna Skype in. So there we have this screenshot as well. I don't know. Again,
Pedro's been everywhere this week. Can we just talk about that? With like The Last of Us and everything coming back, and then
if Hayden's on
there
stage,
he is.
What are they?
What are they talking about doing? Ahsoka season 2.
That panel's tomorrow.
That panel's tomorrow.
I love getting the updates from like each one of us, and then the chat says something, and I'm like, it's a nice community night here.
I agree.
And chat, please let us know if anything on our end sounds wacky, because it's yelling at us about the Wi-Fi, but I
don't hear anything.
To my knowledge, it looks fine.
It always yells about us. Yells at us about the Wi-Fi.
All right, so they got a bunch of BD units on stage, as well as Babu Frick, or a Babu Frick-esque character, and then they have a bunch of Anzellans.
Because why not?
Just like chilling. Here you go.
Whoa, what's going on there?
So we got that.
What page is that on?
Friends of the Force posted that.
I might as well just go to like.
Then we've got this Mandalorian and Grogu with Zeb picture of them strolling down the street with R5 in the background. So there you go. Looking good. All right, so there we go. What's that other picture? Yeah, that's the picture I was trying to show.
Oh,
so you forgot to mention R5.
I did not forget to mention R5. I said it.
With the BD droid behind it too.
We got a BD droid as well.
We got Zeb's feet on full display.
Going on in here. Yeah, dude, can we talk about Zeb's toes? Can we talk about Zeb's toes? I'd like to talk about Zeb's toes, please.
Why is it called the Mandalorian and Grogu?
Because Star Wars has lost all creativity in their naming. They literally just named their next movie Star Wars Spaceship. So, buckle in.
All right, talk about the toes, says Levi. Levi, what is this photo for your profile picture? Is that you directing some people?
Wow. Talk about Zeb's toes. Let's talk about Zeb's toes. Live action Zeb's toes. There's 3 of them. They're big and they're hairy.
How about animation Zeb's toes? There's 4.
Oh, what is Pedro wearing?
Look at his boots. Look at his boots.
That's what I was wearing the other day talking to Matt about the rainbow.
Holy hell.
So you guys, oh my god, it used to be in the intro. I just rewatched it today, but we had
the one. Those are Mando's boots?
No.
Or is this just a fashion thing?
That's just a fashion thing. He's always doing something crazy, which is great.
Just out there, man. He's just doing his thing. And we're all
we got this one. In it. These BD ones are something.
I get like it's cool to see a BD.
Sigourney looks great.
In real life.
She always does.
Plot twist, she's in Starfighter.
That would be cool. I wouldn't mind that.
Why not?
They have to age her up.
Can we get Zeb in Starfighter? Can we get this in Starfighter?
Maybe that is Starfighter. We don't know.
Yeah, this is Starfighter.
It's literally about 4 Anzellans.
Can we go see Starfighter? We have Starfighter at home. Starfighter at home.
Starfighter.
A lot of new faces in the chat tonight, I believe.
I know. What's up, Cameron Stewart? I really like your profile picture. That's like one of my favorite scenes in Star Wars.
The score is a banger during that.
And yes, the
please like and subscribe if you're new. If you're new to the channel,
yeah, please do.
We have more cool stuff. We'll be live tomorrow night. We'll be here all week.
Yeah.
Hello,
She'd be like
welcome
100
back,
plus
Corey.
in Starfighter if it's 5 years post-Tross.
Nah. Should be fine. This is like Matt trying to figure out Japan to Boston time.
Figure it out. 13 hours. My brain is just off.
We literally had to draw it out like last night. We were trying to figure out what streams we were doing.
So when then is there the animation panel is at 10 our time, right? Or am I crazy?
No, you're crazy. It's at like 4 a.m. our time.
Oh,
You're crazy.
what's the next? There's another panel, isn't there?
There's a manga panel and there's a publishing panel.
Apparently,
here's
Buff Rada the Hutt's out there. Alex just tweeted. Whoa!
Wait. I don't want to see it on your phone. I want to see it on the computer.
Look, I'm just looking for it for myself. Save it for later. Where is he?
It's just the Bufferata sighting.
Please.
It's on Star Wars Explained.
That's what Levi said. Look, I'm just going by what Levi says.
Okay, so he just said it.
What do you mean he just said it?
Yeah, he just said Bufferata sighting.
Oh, Bufferata sighting.
There's no picture. And then someone responded and said, "Yes, chef."
Yeah. Bufferata. No, I want to see him. Somebody's got to get a picture out there.
Buff Rada and Zeb's toes.
Oh my god, in one movie, can you imagine?
It's gonna have one frame.
May 26, 2026, or whatever it was. Expect to have your life changed for the good, for the better. Hey.
Look at this bar. It feels like we're here watching this at this panel, except
I know
we're not. Look at this bar. Look at the there's like bird cages and stuff.
Pilot birds, perhaps?
Yeah, except
Maybe.
we're not.
Except we're not.
Except we're not.
Where's Buff Hutt?
I don't know. Somebody's got to be brave enough to post it. Star Wars.
Carboni's back to do the live stage. That's awesome.
This pilot. He was at London, right? He made it to Japan. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So awesome to see it.
Can I just point something out? I don't know why I just thought of this.
But this is actually an AT-AT driver, I think.
Oh, it is. You're right.
Anyways, go ahead.
So like years ago, we got an official announcement for Star Wars Rogue Squadron.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're getting an announcement for Star Wars Starfighter. Why are they just plucking pilot video game titles and just slapping them on movies? I mean, they are good names.
Because it's something that is like, just like happened before. So they're like, do it.
Ooh. I don't know if they always use this door art, but it looks like the Phantom Menace door that Qui-Gon mercs.
It does. Like he carves the Disney logo into. What is that? What was that?
What is that? Oh, it's Ryan Gosling's kids' sheets.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, or it's...
Oh, thank God.
What?
Mom.
Oh, no, it's actually Ryan Gosling's sheets from when he was a kid.
That's even funnier, actually.
This is a shot of the AT-ATs in the trailer. I don't even know if we're allowed to show
this.
them.
Really
cool. in what movie?
Mandalorian
and Grogu.
Huh?
We already know there's a, well, I guess we don't already know, but I already heard that there's an AT-AT chase. I think we saw that in the leaked trailer like a while back, or somebody did, and then described it to me.
Possibly.
Because I certainly didn't see it.
I honestly have no idea what you guys are talking about. So
there's an AT-AT chase sequence where a bunch of AT-ATs chase the Mandalorian and Zeb and Grogu in a ship or a speeder.
Zeb's toes, Buff Hutt, Ryan Gosling's sheets. A lot going
what else could you possibly need from Celebration? It was the D23 footage. Thank you, Levi.
Right. Famous D23.
The famous D23 where they revealed all that stuff.
A lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
Gotta keep refreshing here.
Buff Hutt is on Twitter now. It's there.
Where?
Levi.
Oh, we're looking.
Oh, look at those.
I don't know if we're allowed to show it. So.
Wait. Is that Zeb?
Yeah, there's Zeb. We'll just go on Zeb for now.
Look at those toes.
I don't know if we're allowed to show Buff Hutt, so we don't want to get in trouble. So if you want to see it, rewind to that moment and pause.
Yeah, don't. Yeah. We'd never go there.
We did a tease, I guess.
Dude, I can't. They actually made a Buff Hutt look pretty good. He looks lumpy, but like appropriately muscled with like
then
side
low
abs,
angle of them too.
flabs, quote unquote. This is a good angle of Zeb. He's looking fine.
Yeah, a little shiny.
Yeah.
Okay. So this panel flew. I mean,
is it already over? I guess it's over.
Well, it'll be over in about 10 minutes. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
I'm assuming they're showing the panel of the trailer
That's the
now.
full hour.
They showed it.
I just saw a picture of Pedro Pascal sitting on the stage watching the screen. So
Matt had a good point earlier that
trailer's happening.
Pedro and Sigourney Weaver are going on Good Morning America tomorrow. And Good Morning America is kind of famous for showing Star Wars trailers and that kind of stuff on there. So maybe we get teaser or something tomorrow for this. And as we were lining up to go on also, I was saying to Matt, I was doing a very R-rated complaint, a lot of swears. So I'll do a PG-13 rant.
Here we go.
About how I'm a little disappointed they didn't reveal this trailer yet. Maybe they're gonna in like 10 minutes. I don't know. And if they are, correct me and we'll watch it. But how do you not have a trailer? The movie's gonna come out in like a year and a month or so, a year and a few weeks. We want to drum up some marketing for it. We want to drum up some hype for it. Like, give us a teaser. Like, how before Force Awakens and all those things, when did we get a trailer? Like a year out, I thought, like a teaser.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, well,
the fall of the year before, I thought we got a teaser of the Chewie We're Home.
Yes, but then I think like for like the Last Jedi title reveal and trailer, that was in like late February or March of 2017. Right. It was because I was in California at the time.
And it took forever to get that title, I remember.
Yeah, and they released it, and I was like, whatever, that's cool.
Yeah.
Moving on. And now I'm like, The Last Jedi has significantly changed my life. Has significantly altered the course of where my life was going before I watched it.
You weren't excited for that?
You remember Matt's attitude in 2016.
Not really. I didn't really know you that well. You tell me about it.
Well, I tell you about it. Yeah. I mean, I was excited. I was always going to be excited. It was a new Star Wars movie. But in terms of like
Hayden Christensen.
Oh shit. Nice. I was just so jazzed about Rogue One. I was still on the Rogue One train.
Did I complete my rant?
I don't even think you said the rant.
You just, yeah. Well, you did.
I did. I was complaining that we need a trailer. Like, give us some hype. If they could show us the Buff Hut, show the public the Buff Hut. The hype meter will start going.
You don't need to get the people at Star Wars Celebration hyped. They're already hyped.
Oh my god, AJ, go to the live stage stream. Because they have. Do you remember the guy who did all like the vegetable carving, Miniyoshi? He's literally on stage, like showing off like stuff to like Hayden that like he like just put together. They just showed him like a second ago, so they like have him like on stage to do these like things. I don't know what's going on with the cake. He said someone said it was his birthday. There he goes.
There he is. I met that guy a few years ago, and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna show you my friends." And then you guys each came by. And legend.
That guy's great. Yeah, dude, I love that.
Anyway, that's awesome.
Wow. Is he from Japan too? So he's probably
maybe
living it up.
Now Hayden Christensen gets to do the ceremonial shooting of one fan.
A t-shirt toss.
The annual Star Wars Celebration sacrifice, where we pick one fan from the audience and blast them.
Look at that big Grogu in the back.
Ooh, that's cool.
I live for this. I love seeing the stage. And is it the same Navarro one they've been using?
Yeah, it is.
It looks good, but
looks
like,
a touch updated, but probably about the same.
Is that Navarro or is that Acolyte? No, it's got to be Navarro.
Yeah, because they have the forge. They've been using that. If it ain't broke, I guess don't fix it.
Interesting venue.
Oh, it didn't shoot.
Oh no. All right.
There he goes. Also, I'm just telling you, I'm seeing like 5 frames a second here.
Yeah, on there. Yeah, dump it off of our stream because it's really, really slow.
Apologies.
Yeah, Chad, I'm sort of kind of feeling the FOMO, but not that much. Like, it's fun.
Yeah,
we're having
right.
fun
You
here.
were texting me earlier, like.
I know, but you're right. No need to. I'll get to Japan eventually. No need to rush it. Yeah. And Japan's not going anywhere, and neither am I. So get there eventually.
I may or may not be looking at Buff Hut on my own on my own time right now.
There's no way you could be because we don't look at that stuff.
No.
Well,
That's why
we did accidentally, but it's the.
Oopsies, my bad.
There's a ton of memes about like the Starfighter crew now from the video game.
Awesome. I don't remember the guy's name.
No, that's not.
Hey, Levi, if you're still listening, what's the guy from Starfighter? What's his name?
The Toydarian is ready.
Okay.
I thought it was Nem.
Nem. You said Nem earlier, but when I googled, maybe it's Nim.
Isn't it Nim?
It is. It's Nim.
Okay, I was off by one letter, and I get beaten with the baton again from Matt.
I did nothing of the sort, and also no. Nim is maybe another character, or
no, it's definitely Nim.
Characters. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting Nim here. Nim with a Y. Nim with a Y. That's why.
Well, you look at all you had to do is go to Jedi Starfighter and look up the cast and the characters. Man, sometimes people researching things. I don't know. I won't say anything.
He's a Fioran.
I was gonna be surprised if Levi knew who Nim was, but of course it was a comics thing. There's no way Levi played these games. But yes, he is.
You don't know that.
He's a gem. And Levi, I'm sorry if I doubted you and assumed.
There's a picture on his Wikipedia page from the comics. In fact, he's like very heavily in the comics. Interesting. When did he first appear? Let's see.
I would assume Starfighter was his first appearance.
I would too. Yeah, it was. Okay.
It had, yeah. I mean, they made him for the game, and then
well, I would have.
He's the main character, basically.
I mean, I would have thought that was pretty cool if they had taken a comic book character and put him in the game. Oh, Levi, you never played the game? Starfighter is fun.
I'm not surprised. He's, it's an old game.
Supposed to mean it's not that old.
Yeah, it is. It's 25 years old.
25 years old.
And Jedi Starfighter is 23 years old.
Who cares?
So what? Who cares?
So what?
Yeah. So I don't know what's going on at Celebration right now, but yeah, now.
Well, now the stream's over. We
so the Star Wars publishing panel will be kicking in a few, but tomorrow night will probably be more news and like more to cover tomorrow night because we'll be recapping
panels,
the rest of the stuff that happens today at Celebration. So I believe on the list the rest of today is Publishers Clearinghouse, publishing, and then animation. The animation panel is today in Japan. Like this afternoon. I don't know what they're gonna show.
We're gonna keep our eyes on that one.
That has the potential to have like the biggest reveal. I think for me personally, like if they reveal a new show,
they might.
It would be during that.
That's
animated
huge.
Show, and that is huge, especially because it kind of. The Tales of the Underworld has kind of erased what I thought the next show announcement would be. So I think I'm going in mostly blind, unless it's a Clone Rebellion show, in which case you will see me tomorrow. And I will be slightly disappointed, but I will be there tomorrow.
You will, but then it'll be those shows never disappoint.
They never disappoint. Star Wars animated shows are fantastic. All of them. I love all of them in different ways. But I would love something else. I'm going to
be very disappointed if they don't announce a show for animation. Well, and I'm afraid they won't because it's at like the end of the day. And that usually means maybe less new, like breaking news kind of thing. So we'll see. And then there's also a video game panel tonight from Respawn and all that. They'll probably talk about the real-time strategy game and maybe something else. We'll see.
Yeah.
What was the real-time strategy game called again? Zero Company?
0 Hour or something. I don't know. I forget. We posted about it the other day, but I don't remember.
And that's from Respawn, or was that a different company?
It's Respawn and also another company. They're both like working on it together. Okay, yeah. I think Respawn might be just publishing it. I'm not entirely sure.
Probably, yeah.
Zero Company, yeah.
Zero Company, yeah. So then there's
I'm hoping there's another one.
Yeah. I have a feeling that there will be. Like my hope. I mean, I don't know if it'll be from Respawn, but they wouldn't
Outlaws
work it
DLC.
into this. Yeah, there's news about that
That'd
tonight, actually. About the Hondo DLC, which is gonna be great.
Well, I'm hoping they talk about more DLCs for that game.
Like a release date. Yeah, I mean, like Outlaws was fun, and I hope that they expand on it further. I think that it needs one more solid patch overall, and then also the DLC, and I think then it'll be pretty good.
Yeah, and the developers had said that when that game came out, that they were going to keep adding on to it for years to come. So that'd be awesome to see them keep
Hopefully
adding
they
DLC
stick
for
with that.
things.
It has the potential for it, and like there's like the trend right now of just like building on like the existing game and just like making it better with just like the patches like that, not just moving on to the next project. And so like hopefully they will actually be doing that. But we'll see. Yeah, so there's that panel tonight, which is Ubisoft, and then the Respawn panel. Yeah, and I don't think that there's another gaming panel. If there was, it would be mysterious news, but I don't think that there is.
We sort of went into this celebration too when they announced the panels, because usually the last celebration and then sort of the year before, the last one, they really announced a lot of things that kind of blindsided us. This one, we thought like they're just going to be covering things we know are coming out. Starfighter was a pleasant surprise because we heard rumors about it. I don't know if there was anything official out there, but now there is. And we're all excited right now, and like we should celebrate this, and it's a fun time to cover this, and the weekend is going to be fun. But
for celebration,
it does make me think, like, hey, we got those 3 announced last celebration. They're still like on the back burner with the burner half on and the burner off on some of them. Like, are these movies gonna happen? Like, they have dates to them, so that gives me confidence, like you said, Matt. But like
dates and filming times. So like Mando and Grogu, obviously, definitely done. Finished, ready to go next year, a year from now. The movie's like done. But they're waiting a year.
It's not like, so that one we're getting, which they
for sure
wedged in between the last celebration and now when they said, whatever. Well, that is what it is. But the Ryan Gosling came out on the stage. They had the directors out there. And they did the same at the last celebration. They had the directors come out, they had Daisy Ridley come out, everyone was pumped. And none of those movies are canceled or anything, but it's like there's been 20 scripts written for some of them, and you get a little worried that things won't happen, but there's been a lot of off and on things at Lucasfilm.
Starfighter has probably has the best chance of any Star Wars movie they've announced since 2019 of being made, other than The Mandalorian and Grogu, and I say that with zero irony.
Not to butt in.
Turning my irony senses off for now.
Not to butt in. This isn't news or anything, but I'm also just like watching the live stream as it's happening, and I just got like so happy and like there's like a warm feeling seeing Anthony Carboni and Kristen Baver like on stage. I'm just like, they're back. I'm just like, oh, everything is right. Just like seeing both of them on like the live stage. I'm like, this is it. This is like
Anthony Carboni not supposed to be there.
I didn't know until he like randomly was posting this week that he was there, and I was just like, oh, I'm just so happy that they're both there right now, and just like it's like the little things about celebration, like when you've actually attended celebration, there's parts that you like remember the most, and so like this is one of them. Oh, and
just being on the floor and listening to them talk on stage, just like walking by and being like, oh, who's on stage now? It's just it's an addicting feeling.
Just hanging around.
It's just so much fun.
Whether you're there or not there, exactly. Like tuning in on it on YouTube at home, or like as you said, Matt, walking by.
It's funny because like I think back to before we first started attending celebrations, and I remember watching what was in like 2017. Was that Orlando or is that Anaheim?
That was Orlando.
Orlando.
I remember watching that one, and I didn't fully understand like what Star Wars Celebration was. I was just like there for getting like the news for Last Jedi at the time. I remember that being all of it, and then getting the chance to go to Celebration, like literally your world like gets flipped upside down.
Yeah, no freaking kidding.
It's completely different, like actually experiencing it that way.
Yeah. As a Star Wars fan, it's a religious experience. Like it is actually really crazy. Is. It's like the pilgrimage. You like go to Star Wars Celebration, and suddenly you're surrounded by thousands of like you. It's just wild, and you're just walking around, and everything is just so casually Star Wars that it just feels like a different world for a weekend. It's just so much fun.
All right, so we have someone posted this, so I figured I might as well like read it. It's not news. It's just a list of probable movies in development at Lucasfilm.
Here we go, baby.
Mando and Grogu.
All right.
Starfighter.
Okay.
Dawn of the Jedi.
Yep.
The Rey film.
The
Simon Kinberg trilogy.
That's 3.
Okay, yeah. And the quote unquote Heir to the Empire film.
And the Heir to the Empire film, which is probably, I would say, maybe on equal ground for chances of getting made, because like, you know, I don't think Dave Filoni's going anywhere. So
yeah.
And I don't think they're going to be like canceling any projects that he works on.
They also wrote in the Taika film, but I don't. That's heavily on the back burner. Even though they've kind of Kathleen Kennedy's talked about it.
She's like brought it up more recently.
They seem like they're just waiting for him to do something rather than like them being like, "Hey, can you do this?" They're just like, it's just kind of like, "Hey, if you want to do this, we're ready for you." I don't know. So it's kind of weird.
We're waiting on that Rian Johnson trilogy too.
They also listed the Lando film, which Donald Glover has talked about. So
he has recently,
which I would love that. I love him as Lando.
Oh yeah, of course.
That and if he's, I think he's said that he's maybe, being but more so in a role behind the camera as well, not directing or writing or producing that film as well. So him and his brother, I think he mentioned.
Yeah.
I think he said that in an interview, but maybe it was a rumor. But that'd be fantastic because he's great at that stuff. So I would trust him with that. But yeah, we had like backup plans to talk about stuff in case there wasn't news, and then there was news off the bat, and I'm yelling upstairs at Jamie like, "We gotta start now."
We're like ready to get on, and we're going, Jamie.
Well, hey, I mean. Yeah, we were late tonight because of that, but like literally, like it started with like the afternoon started with AJ got back after work today later than usual. We had dinner, and he's like, "Oh, I was gonna tell you this earlier, but I think we should do an intro." And I'm like, "I wish he told me like 2 hours ago." And then AJ threw something. So he threw something.
I didn't
want
to throw something on you. I was like, "I'll just make it," and I made it. So.
And then you made it, and then afterwards you were just like, "Hey, could you add some music?" And I'm like. Yeah, but
but also I'm gonna.
But also, let me add in some more clips too.
Man, those clips really bring me back.
That's my favorite thing to do the intros to try to get it together like that. So
nothing will ever compare to the 2019 celebration. That was a unique because
that's about an out of body experience.
Well, and that's like the last time anybody will ever go to a Star Wars celebration where the Skywalker saga, where there's a Skywalker saga announcement, where there's the Skywalker saga is not finished yet. They had the whole mural up there and everything. That was big. And then they dropped the curtain on the last one. I
don't even know if that's accurate.
I was like, that you know of.
I don't think we're getting any more Skywalker saga films.
You know of.
Yeah, I mean, they could certainly change their mind on that years from now.
Yeah, maybe. But I think
Chicago
we've moved on from that.
Levi, were you at Chicago? I think you were. You mentioned you were, but that was well before we knew you, unfortunately.
But Chicago we did hang around in Anaheim. We did hang around in Anaheim. That was a good time. That was the last. This brings me right back.
Simon Kinberg would like a word, I think.
Okay, we'll see. But
you never know.
What was I gonna say? The last time we did this, where we're like checking Twitter and being like, "What's the news? What's the news?" It was at Celebration 22, and it was me, the three of us, Levi, I think Brent was there, was Johnny there, like a bunch of us just like standing in a circle on the floor, just going like, "What are they revealing? What are they revealing?" You know,
I have a video of that on my
refreshing
phone,
everything and being like, "What's going on? What's going on?"
I remember at one point, the Jedi Survivor trailer just dropped, and everyone's like,
"Whoa!"
Chicago was great. Anaheim was fun too, but I think Chicago was. If they bring it back to Chicago for 27, I'd be over the moon. I like the location. I like the convention center a lot.
The skeleton crew announcement, Levi. Oh man, that was when it was announced,
skeleton crew
and we were all looking at each other like, "Where the hell did that come from? And what does that mean? And what?"
The logo looked cool. I remember.
I did remember the logo looking cool. We were like, okay. Yeah. We all thought it was going to be a High Republic show. That was like the rumor surrounding it.
That was off.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot like the extra music was on, and I was just like,
always playing.
What is that?
That's our celebration music.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling in Star Wars. Wow. What a time. What a time to be alive. So obviously he's going to play a pilot. He's going to be like a scruffy resistance pilot, maybe.
He's going to be amazing.
Who's going on a scruffy resistance pilot adventure with Rose. That's my prediction right now.
Oh my! Imagine Ryan.
It's going to be a buddy cop.
Sorry, Ryan Gosling acting with Oscar Isaac. Can I just like?
I'm screen capping that thing later.
Like, that alone is gonna like melt every bone in my body.
Jesus.
Anyway, so just think of that, I guess, because that's the same era, and I would assume they'll probably, you know, have them be about the same age. So like, that'd be great. That'd be great. That's all I gotta say about that. It's gonna be awesome.
Ryan Gosling and Dave Filoni on stage together. He can undo the Zori beard.
Oh yeah, we watched we were talking about the Survivor trailer with the dry Cheerios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dry Cheerios.
Chad
Cheerios.
Chad's celebration was wild because he was like,
dude, Chad popped in for a day and was like, "Hey guys, what's up?" Hung around for a day and then
on impulse.
He had FOMO and was like, "All right, I'll buy tickets." He flew out from
bought
Minnesota.
tickets and flew out after the
power move.
It already started.
Finn, Gosling, and Poe triangle.
Yeah, that's what I was saying without saying it.
And Zeb?
No.
All right.
No.
Have you seen those toes?
Have
you seen those toes? Come on.
Oh,
come
How
on.
did that even come up earlier?
I don't know. I just mentioned it.
They were there.
They were there, dude. Literally anytime I'm gonna see live action Zeb, I'm only gonna be thinking about his toes, and
oh my
because
God.
Twitter's just broken my brain completely.
Is that a thing on Twitter?
Yeah, it's a big thing.
It is.
Yeah. Man, you gotta keep up.
I don't go on Twitter that much anymore. I'm mostly on Instagram and yeah. Oh, well, that's something. I didn't know. I've been feeding into it all night, and I didn't know it was a thing.
I thought you did know it was a thing.
That's true. Zeb and Callus are committed, so.
That is very true.
That's true. That's true.
Zeb wiki feet confirmed.
I mean,
what did I stumble into?
You could probably find him on WikiFeed. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, that's a.
Ew. I don't want to know. I'm done.
Yeah, it's
Too
a
much.
thing. It's a thing.
Nope, I don't want to know.
All right. I don't want to know either.
You already know. It's exactly.
Now I do, I guess.
You just got to keep moving on with that information. You just got to keep moving. Is that 9 nub? Is that good old 9?
That's,
not Nim.
Actually, Dex.
Actually, it's 10.
It's Nim Num.
Nim Num, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I agree.
It's too late.
So
you already know.
So we've got Andor next week.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
What's that?
Hear about this? Everybody hear about this?
that?
Hear about that?
Hear about that show, Andor?
Did you read about this? Hear about this?
And I'm not going to participate in this, but I'll play the host and ask you guys.
This is unbelievable. He's not
What were
this.
your favorite moments from season 1 of Andor? Just casually. No, you don't have to rank them necessarily. What were like your 5 favorite moments?
You know, you told me to think of 5, and then I went downstairs and I ate a fish sandwich and I opened a new dinosaur toy and I completely forgot to pick my 5.
What?
So, oh yeah, I've been collecting dinosaurs like nobody's business. I have like 40 of them in my room now. It's my new thing.
You gotta get those Lego ones you're sending me the picture of. We gotta rebuild that guy.
Yeah, I should get those. Yeah.
The person nearby had them. We'll be on the lookout. Okay, so Hannah is participating, thankfully.
Right, Marva's speech. Yes,
absolutely.
Everything Rick's wrote is probably number 1. I think that is probably one of the most cathartic season finales of all time. Just an incredible. It's just an incredibly cool explosion. The season builds up and then it just explodes at the end, and you just feel all this like tension and anger just like release in that moment. And I mean, that's exactly how the citizens of Ferrix feel, and that's how the audience feels. So they did a really good job with that. So that'd probably be number 1.
I think also did a good job with Andor, I would say.
Yeah,
safely say that.
I would say that. Oh, and to answer your question, Chad, it's Jurassic Park dinosaurs. The Mattel line, the new Mattel line, is really good.
One Way Out, absolutely.
One Way Out is another awesome moment. I'm just gonna say probably my number 2 is anytime they're walking around Coruscant. I don't know if that's not really a moment, but
that can be a moment.
Moments.
That can be a moment.
It is moments. Anytime they're walking around Coruscant and we're seeing casual Coruscant life and we're seeing brutalist architecture and like really 70s like just like design, very cool. I'm like totally interested in that stuff. I hope we get more of that in season 2.
Yeah,
I can't believe they had Cyril and Dedra couple up. I can't believe that.
Yeah, that was
funny.
Something. I'm interested. I'm interested to see where that goes. I can't even form a sentence that I'm so. I don't know how I feel about that relationship.
Oh, Ryan Gosling's on the live stage right now.
He literally walked out and just like the first thing he does is make a beeline over to Miyoshi and like shook his hand.
That's amazing. Should I try to get the live stream going? Jamie, you want to try? Maybe your internet's somehow better.
No, I have it up on the other computer. The bitrate's gonna still be like way too like terrible, so it's not gonna.
You want me to try?
Good.
You could try.
I could try.
I mean, it's not like we're gonna like show it like with the audio though. This is too funny.
Wait a minute.
What?
Oh, stupid. On IGN, sorry.
What?
I was like, wait, Star Wars Mandalorian and Grogu official teaser trailer from IGN. That's gotta be legit. It's like a 12-second thing of just the title.
It's just the.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, it's official.
Oh yeah.
That's
all right,
funny.
let's see what I can do here. Present.
What if we both share
share screen?
Oh, there's Sean Levy.
I see somebody like waving a Lula
awesome.
like in like the
Tristan.
front like row. Yeah.
How does that look?
There it is.
It's going.
It's going.
Are we allowed to share the audio?
I don't know. You want me to unmute it?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, give it a go.
I don't know. I mean, like
with this crowd to welcome you
It's
to
a double
Star Wars
stream.
Celebration. We're so happy to have you, and welcome to the Star Wars family.
Thank you.
I love how it is the Navarro
Did we
setting
get
in.
banned?
The Forge should have told
Thank you
us.
for having us.
Ooh, Stormtrooper in the crowd.
Yeah, First Order.
Yeah. Guys are sweating his buckets off.
Holy shit.
Sean
Sean Levy's
sweater.
probably sweating his buckets off.
Star Wars Starfighter.
He's wearing Jerry's sweater from
Fuzziest wool
so
sweater
glad we can finally say
imaginable.
the
Look at
word.
that
God.
thing.
we can-
I'm
He's
itching
a
looking
sheep.
at it.
The name of our movie. To be here, it's one thing to know
It matches his
about
hair.
the passion of all of us as Star Wars fans, but to feel it here in Tokyo.
I'm sweating,
all of us
being
in
like,
the
are we
same
allowed to show this?
space, feeding
I'm
probably
sweating
being a
also.
swear.
I'll mute it.
Other people probably do it too, right? Can you put the subtitles on?
I'll
Yeah, put the subtitles on. That is good. I love Sean Levy. I always
Oh, yeah.
have.
I love Ryan Gosling. I always have. Look at
I
that
always
hat.
have.
Perfect place to start this journey for us because I'm just gonna do his voice.
Because
It's such an incredible reminder of why we're
Oh, man, I froze.
gonna make this movie and who we're gonna make this movie for. Do you like my Ryan Gosling impression? First time I've ever
That's
broke
pretty
that
good.
out. Yeah, there's truly no place like Star. Oh, that's Kristen. I'm not gonna do a Kristen
Put
impression.
out the bullets.
You don't know what movie that's from, do you?
No, I don't. I also can't. Can I look at StreamYard? Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
All
of
right.
course.
Yeah.
10 out of 10, Matt, says Chad.
Got a big glimpse, I believe. This is
I'm
my
distracted
Sean
by the giant wicket in
Levy.
the background.
I know there's so much going on
Look
in
at
the
that
background.
sweater.
Movie is a new adventure. It's new characters. It takes place in a new period of time after the
Yeah.
Battle of Exegol, after Episode 9, and so
You ever seen The Nice Guys?
I don't know. Have you? Have I?
Have you
Can
ever
we
seen
get
Nice
a
Guys?
Ryan Gosling Beaumont kin?
Dude, look at everybody's jazzed about that.
Oh.
That it's after the Rise of Skywalker. So it's just so many to tell a Star
It's a
Wars
new era.
story that has all the heart and action and fun of Star Wars, but to do it in ways that are new and original. And so that starship, that peak of that starship, is just
Star
one
Wars
example of this
starship.
design of a world we haven't seen. I didn't catch the full thing of it on screen. All right.
You ever seen
That
The
is
Nice
a
Guys?
wow! Look at the giant
movie.
wicket. I've never seen The Nice Guys. We should watch it.
Oh, look at the Lula.
I know. I just said
Lula
that a
sighting.
second ago.
There's one.
Someone's waving Lula around in the front row.
Development process. Oh, give some
developers.
I mean, we're here. There's news like we're not in development. We all know there's development. It takes place all the time. Read about things in development. We're not in development. We're in pre-production. We're shooting. We're shooting. Yeah. So we're gonna start shooting this fall. It's come out May 27th.
Is that Matt? You're in the film business. Is that a short time? Is that a short turnaround?
Yeah. To film this fall, they must have already started pre-production. They must have been in pre-production for like a long time because that means that they're almost done.
So can you break down, like, this might be cool. I don't know a ton of behind the scenes stuff of like how stuff. I know more than the average person, I would say, but what's done in pre-production?
Well, pre-production it's
a lot of things.
Obviously, like, you got to write the script, you got to come up with the concept art, you got to
cast everyone, you got to build anything that you need to use on the sets and everything.
As a producer, you got to
get all your permits in a row.
Director and the cinematographer, you got to create a shot list, you got to create a strip board, you got to send your locations men out, you got to. I mean, there's 1.5 million things to do in pre-production before. When you hear about
starts. Is it like principal photography or what is that?
Well, principal photography is just
that's
production.
Actual filming. That's regular production.
Okay, because you always hear like something's in principal photography, and I'm like, I don't really know what that is.
Yeah,
it means they're filming.
That's the first run of filming. Once that finishes, reshoots start, and second unit productions and stuff like that. So like second unit does like a lot of pickup shots, things like. There's funny enough, I always have this example off the top of my head for second unit. Anytime you see Jabba the Hutt reach into his jar and like pick up a frog or a close-up of his like tail wiggling or anything like that, that's all second unit. That was not done on the stage during principal photography, but that was done on like a sound stage with someone else like just wearing a Jabba glove or putting their hand in a Jabba tail and wiggling around or something like that. So a lot of like the small things.
Pretty good question here from Mando Ranger. We thought Rogue Squadron was going to be like a Top Gun type film. Do you think this is kind of what that's going to be?
Yeah. I mean,
and Ryan Gosling would be great in that role, I think.
Starfighter, what else could it be?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like it's interesting because if you have it post Rise of Skywalker, then it's just like, oh, so X-Wings? What are we talking about? What's going on here? What's going on?
Was Rogue Squadron also supposed to be post Rise of Skywalker? We thought. Remember in that famous.
It wasn't fully confirmed.
It was yes, sir. Kathleen Kennedy said a new era, something like that. I remember we focused on that. So I wonder if this is like a rework of that. And
it might be.
It's kind of weird.
It's a shame, but
yeah, I mean, Patty Jenkins was. They had the video of her on the roller skates getting into the jumpsuit. But we'll see. We'll see.
Ryan Gosling, I mean, he looks like he's having fun, but he looks like he's
also
in Japan. Like he's out of his element. Like, oh,
you can kind of tell he literally just hit oh my god, like this like actually like just like is setting in what is actually happening. Like you can tell it hit as he's sitting there on the stage. Like
how weird is it though?
Just having
how weird is it to have Ryan Gosling in a major role in Star Wars? Like
it's kind of wild.
It is kind of wild because usually we don't go for the big stars. Usually Star Wars doesn't go for like the well-known names right off the bat. Oscar Isaac was sort of a big name.
We just had what's his face as Jod? I mean Jude Law.
Yes,
Jude Law was probably the largest profile actor to star, other than Pedro Pascal.
Here's the thing. Yeah. Well, yeah, as Pedro Pascal's like career, like really, The Mandalorian like amplified it. So like,
yeah, as our friend Zach referred to Pedro Pascal as the guy in Kingsman. I was like, yeah. Have you seen Game of Thrones? Like,
yeah, Game of Thrones. He was in Kingsman.
Yeah, the second one. In the second one
that I didn't see. He was like, yeah.
Yeah, I think that
I feel like the Force is this.
I think that Star Wars has realized that they kind of need a big name for a lot of like the newer projects, for the newer stuff that they want to do.
Certainly helps. Yeah.
So at least like one or so. And like it's a tactic, but like I think that's just what they have to do in order to like continue making their stuff.
And who's more popular than Gosling too? Like,
yeah.
Nobody right
I'm sure there are, but like he's pretty much
that's like a good that's a good fit for it though. Yeah.
I love watching that Lula just like look at like the
stare at Ryan
look at
Gosling just like with like the red eyes just like staring him down. Ryan Gosling's gonna have like night terrors about Lula now, just like the red eyes like
big
time.
like,
we're staring at him the entire time.
We need to bring the Gorg back to Celebration.
Oh, where the heck is he? Hello? I don't know where
and
he
have
is.
Bobby Moynihan come back. Is Bobby Moynihan there right now? Definitely not.
No.
For Resistance
He's
season
over
3.
there on the other side of the room.
If friggin' only.
That's the announcement at
Oh!
the animation panel.
There they go.
And here we go. The ceremonial. Now the director of the next Star Wars movie gets to sacrifice one fan to the movie production gods.
Remember Zach caught the ball at the thing we went to with us in Anaheim?
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
he caught the ball and gave it to me, and then our friend Ryan turned to me and was like, "The right thing to do would be to give it back to Zach." And I was like, "Oh crap, you're right. You're gonna give it back to Zach." I wish I kept it though. I love squeezing a stress ball.
Love squeezing.
It's my number one fiddle thing.
I could not tell you the amount of like stress balls that are in this house though. Like I'm not even kidding. So, like...
Underrated Ryan Gosling. Maybe it's underrated. It's the newer one. Fall Guy.
I love the Fall Guy.
That was Ryan Reynolds.
Look.
Oh,
there he is.
Oh my god.
There he goes.
I can't believe it. That's so wild.
See, I could watch this stuff all day. I could watch them do this all day. I'm gonna watch them do it all weekend.
Oh,
place is
all right.
packed.
Who's coming out now?
And up next, Marauder Matt.
Dude, imagine I disappear, or like I pull down the green screen behind me. Everybody's like cheering. I'm like,
all right, dump it off the screen for the time being.
That's all right. They do this stuff. It's fun to look at this. Oh, I was happy.
Well, I'll bring it back. I'll bring it back in a bit.
You booked a hotel room to watch this and not sleep? I need to know more about this situation. Where? Like nearby, like to you, or I don't know. But that's awesome. That's a power move. No, Celebration Weekend's awesome, and how many have we since we started going? There's only two now that we've missed that we couldn't go to.
Yeah, so the two.
Did they even announce? They didn't announce a single movie in 2022. We haven't been to a Star Wars Celebration that has announced a new Star Wars movie. Like you could say Episode 9, but like we knew Episode 9 was coming.
I was surprised.
I mean, we were surprised.
That was the title reveal.
Was the big deal.
I wasn't sure that one was coming.
And then having Ian McDermott walk out on stage, that was awesome. That was crazy. But
yeah, that was iconic.
We haven't been to a celebration where they're just throwing movies at the wall and seeing what sticks. We haven't been to one of those yet, and I want to. Dude, come Sunday, man. Tell us when
amazing.
The next one is.
I love this. So they're staying at a hotel to take it all in, so they're not annoying their household.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Awesome.
Also, I like your Japanese Spider-Man profile picture. I think that's the Japanese Spider-Man.
Yeah. So
Spider-Man.
That's I remember at that celebration too. They had the Palpatine thing, and I remember every Palpatine cosplayer at that convention immediately went to like, next level. Like I had to take a picture with all the ones I saw. They were all being funny as they would anyways, because if you're cosplaying Palpatine, you have to do the voice and be with it.
Wild.
Yeah. So, yeah. I remember that was just like Palpatine weekend, which was funny.
Japanese Spider-Man is so good, Mando Ranger. I'm telling you, dude. Him jumping into like giant robots and like fighting giant monsters as Spider-Man.
Say robot again.
Fantastic robot. I'm not my dad. Dude, my dad says robot and it really bothers me.
You say robot.
I can say robot as long as I'm not saying robot.
Robot.
I will say robot or robot. Ugh.
Robot.
Oh, thanks.
Robot. I guess I say it like you too, but it just sounded funny.
Robot. Hey kid, some robots.
I didn't know.
That's my Boston accent.
I didn't know. What's his face was here?
Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bill Burr. What's his character? Is it Mayfeld? I didn't know Mayfeld was on the.
Mayfeld. Spider-Man. That's it. Emissary from Hell, dude. Yes. Hell yeah.
This is great.
Oh, I'm still. I also love if you haven't seen, because the Japanese Spider-Man came out at around the same time as the American 77, 78 Spider-Man. If you've never seen that, give that a watch. That's great. That was like a TV movie.
Say, the live chat in the Star Wars Celebration stream is madness. I go on and everyone's just going Battlefront 3.
I'm like, are you kidding?
What? I immediately closed that chat because it was just like lightning, just like zooming by, and I was like, ooh,
Battlefront 3. Holy crap. Everyone spam Battlefront 3 until they give it to us.
Did someone say
Battlefront
that?
3, Battlefront 3, Battlefront
please,
3.
Please don't spam
No. That's somebody said that in the chat. Somebody said that in the chat. I am not condoning that. Do not do that because that's not going to work.
But hey, I would love Battlefront 3.
I would love Battlefront 3 too. But if you guys would like to go and say Acolyte Season 2, maybe that'll work.
Whoa, some guy has a holocron as a hat.
Yeah. Okay, you wanted me to bring that back?
Someone's coming out, it looks like.
All right, let's bring that back.
It's probably going to be oh, they're talking about Outlaws.
Oh,
A Pirate's Life. Look at that bantha in the back.
That's sick, dude. Giant Grogu, giant bantha, giant Wicket. We're getting all the big cutesy things.
The big boys.
The big boys.
I refuse to look at that chat.
Yeah, don't look at the chat. It's literally just Battlefront 3. Which, like, noble effort, guys. Like, I want Battlefront 3 too, trust me.
Battlefront 3 too.
I would like that.
Are they gonna just is this like a reveal about Outlaws right now?
I mean, they brought the developer on.
It's a DLC we already know about anyways, and I'm pumped for it. The Lando one was really good, and this is Hondo, so I'm very excited. I heard Sidon Athano was gonna be in it.
Who?
God, I hope so.
I see a Darth. No, it's just a hat. He was looking down. I was like, I see a Darth Maul cosplay. Oh, it's just a hat. Yeah, the Star Wars live chat is toxic bantha poodoo. That bantha in the background just laid down.
Oh, laying down the chat.
he just laid down.
I love looking at everyone in the crowd. Just it's the best people watching thing too.
Why was the first panel called Mandalorian and Grogu if they like announced like a bunch of other stuff?
I don't know.
Can we talk about that?
It should have been called the movie
showcase.
showcase or something. Yeah,
I know.
They talked about the other movies too briefly. We out each other. Yeah, chat. The Lando voice actor in the Outlaws DLC and Outlaws. Oh, might be a spoiler, but in Outlaws,
Gabe's been out a while. It's okay.
Was not the best, but he.
Oh really?
He just yeah.
But what about the Kylo Ren voice actor from Battlefront 2?
Wasn't that Matthew Wood? Oh no, it was. We looked up who it was last time. No, he was good with the helmet on. The helmet on voice was fine, but the helmet off voice.
No, actually, you know what? It was the Darth Vader voice actor from Battlefront 2.
Okay. What about the voice actor from Battlefront 3?
Battlefront 3, Battlefront 3, Battlefront 3, Battlefront 3.
Yeah, that one.
Oh man, Hondo. Looking forward to it.
Oh, people were in the Switch 2 Mario Kart chat talking about lower the price. Maybe it'll work.
Maybe.
Lower the price, please.
Lower the price.
If somehow the Switch 2 came out and not a single person bought it, they would lower the price. But everyone's yelling lower the price is still gonna buy it, so they're not gonna lower the price.
Well, yeah. Exactly.
Chat.
That's it. Ban him. He's banned.
He's the one who does the banning.
We kicked him.
I would love it.
Ban yourself, Chad.
Can you unmute this? I'm just called you Mike. Who's Mike?
Don't call me
Who's
Mike.
Mike?
Fine. I'll unmute it.
System. And there, you have an open space world.
Like those jeans.
Like a cantina
like
built into
average jeans.
You have a tomb of an ancient civilization, the Kepi, and a bunch of other things. And I think the other cool thing about it is this is actually a continuation of the story of the main campaign of Star Wars Outlaws.
Okay.
So it is endgame content. but it really explores the growth of Kay as a leader.
Why they don't spoil it? Now I know Kay survives.
Absolutely. And I mean, listen, post-Skeleton Crew, I'm in a very pirate mindset with Star Wars. You know?
Me too,
and
Anthony.
I'm always in a very Hondo Onaka mindset with Star Wars. So is there anything you'd like to share with us about... I mean, you got to be able to show us something. Tell us something.
Ooh,
about
are we gonna get
like
a trailer for it or something?
I don't think they dropped the trailer like this.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I also think we should probably keep talking over it so that
Yeah, just so
so
follow it.
I think we're fine. I bet like 20 million people are streaming this right now on their thing.
Yeah, on the actual like thing.
Look at that radar technician in the back.
Oh, wow.
Is that Pikachu?
New free
Maybe.
cosmetic items, as you can see.
I can't tell.
Cosmetics.
Remember they were giving out those plush
Beautiful.
Nixes?
Yeah, I still want one.
They were giving out what?
The plushies, like the stuffed animals, like up next.
Mix, yeah.
That's so cool.
I'm the only one who
Carboni on
does it.
HML.
I never got one.
That would
We
be
should.
That'd be
That'd be something. Yeah.
What was it?
Send it
What
back.
is it?
That Jim
Anthony
Cummings
Carboni.
is
There you go.
reprising his role.
Yeah, let's
There
go.
you go.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
Battlefront
That's
3.
what I was wondering. And I mean, like, listen, man. I was.
Look at that space on the
other thing
right.
I was wondering is if you got Jim back as Hondo, like, do you got like anything we can see?
You know,
anything we can like? Can
I think we could do that.
I just want to hear a little bit of it, if that's okay.
Ooh, we're gonna get. We gotta hear Hondo voice. We gotta hear Hondo voice. No.
No, you
Oh, okay.
Y'all ready to track out this trailer?
No.
Okay, but if they are actually going to be showing this trailer,
For Star Wars Outlaws, a Pirate's Fortune.
Yeah.
What's your? You look hesitant.
It's fine. If they're showing it on YouTube.
well,
hell,
everything's like
dude.
glitching out anyway. All right.
Here we go. All right, we've got.
We have to unfortunately watch Matt's buffered
There she goes.
thing. In the brig.
Hey.
Do you have a crew coming to break
Look
you
at
out?
him, dude.
I am in between crews right now.
Hondo.
Right.
Hondo. Well, now I know he survives until at least the Last Jedi.
This trailer was out this morning.
It was.
I don't know about that one.
Well, then I suppose we're fine.
If I just feel cold.
But they're
Now I know
they're showing
ND
it publicly now.
5 survives too.
Equal share.
I can't believe you haven't played the
Did you
game.
play the game?
I haven't finished it.
Oh.
And I'm gonna disappoint you guys. The Great Circle came out on Tuesday, and I haven't bought it yet.
I had to cut
What are you,
What?
nuts?
What are you
I
doing?
know.
Who the
Who
hell
was
was
that?
Who the hell was that?
I don't know, but I like their bangs.
The subtitles being hot dog Onaka.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
I love hot dog. Jesus, what is going
beautiful.
on?
Apparently, it's happening to other people too. So
Yeah.
it's
Very
the
Everyone's watching and there's just too much going on.
where's that Tatooine?
Yeah.
Man, look at him.
It looks
What's
great.
Tatooine? Is that a new
What-
planet?
What's a Tatooine?
So we can break down the trailer better this way.
Yeah.
That's true.
The
Were those
pausing.
space bats? What was flying around there?
Ooh, what's this? What's this? Some underground location? Some underground hidden Jedi temple, maybe? It's got some
It's like-
archways.
It just looks like a
Renvar?
mine.
I think I played here in
What?
Halo.
Ooh, what's that? Is that a Hondo Onaka? Is this what he was supposed to look like in Rebels? Is this his Rebels outfit?
You want rich?
It looks like
I
an
want a hot
almost
dog
version of the
real
Rebels
bad.
outfit. This would be like the right after Rebels, right? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Without taking the risk.
Yeah.
Hot dog Onaka.
Can we get? shirts
Hey,
with that
May
on now?
15th. Okay,
Nice.
cool.
That's like tomorrow.
That's, yeah, like I don't know, a month. That's great.
Yeah, Matt. How have you not finished the game, and how did you not get Indiana Jones yet?
I didn't finish the game because I'm bad at stealth, and I got frustrated.
That's good. And I
But
gotta
apparently they
say,
fixed that.
They did. They
these are
fixed it
two great
slightly.
performers.
It still needs a little help, but
Lately, I've been playing a lot of
Playing
Jurassic
two
World
great
Evolution
characters.
2,
What was it like?
so I haven't had a
hearing-
chance
you
to
know,
play
bounce
anything
off?
else.
Fair.
But I will. I will.
Yo,
start
you
playing
you
it.
and your
my hyperfixations.
one another.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
great.
It's
I mean,
right now.
you
It's
know,
been Jurassic Park
Hondo
since
has such
mid-February.
great lines.
I gotta do a mid-February. That's a long time.
Mid-February.
Here today.
I know.
I
It's
could
been
do like
2
a
months.
study on
have
your brain.
Footage on Nintendo Switch 2.
You know,
Star Wars
you could,
Outlaws.
but I don't know what
So
you'd
this is
find
it
in there
running
if
on the
anything.
Switch too.
Switch 2.
That's right.
Oh, that's
Nice.
good.
Releases
September, though.
4th.
Damn.
Amazing.
When does the
This is
Switch
so
2
good.
actually come out?
I
June.
just love
June.
being
June
able to
4th.
take
Okay.
Something.
something like Outlaws with me. I want it to be everywhere I go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Outlaws is what I call, Drew, I don't know if you're familiar with this. Outlaws is what I call a good bathtub game.
What?
That's like something I would
Bathtub
say.
game is very important.
It
Any
is.
game where I can sit in the bathtub and play it for an hour and feel good about, that's a good
That's
bathtub.
true.
That is
true.
probably a good
Man,
bathtub
I haven't taken a
game.
bath in years. Should I take a bath?
So, but other than that,
I
you
can't.
have-
Our tub
Well, I
you gotta
sucks
have-
here.
You've got one more thing for us, right?
That's right. I've got
The
one.
water
I've got one
doesn't.
more thing. I've got one more thing.
We got
For
one more
those
thing.
of
DLC.
Who have
Well
yet to
done.
play Star Wars Outlaws? We have a free demo.
Oh, I already
It
knew
takes
about this.
place in the original hive of scum and villainy, Tatooine.
Nice.
Yeah. And that is live
There's like no reaction.
right now. So you can play it right now.
Of like the game
Amazing.
that's already out.
Amazing. New Tatooine demo right now.
Huh?
We've got a Pirate's Fortune
guess so.
coming on the
See,
15th.
the tricky part about like even
This
though
is
it's
great.
Star Wars
This is
news,
great.
gaming
Now,
news
people
never
download
really
this
like
demo today.
makes
What are
the
they gonna
crowd
see?
shit
What
their
do they end up
pants
doing?
unless they
That's
are
right.
like a
So,
gaming crowd,
we wanted
which
to
is like
play
really
with the full
funny.
experience,
Um,
so you kind of start
So this
partway
this
through
poor
the game.
guy from Ubisoft
You'll
here
have
is
the
probably
open
just like,
world,
oh,
obviously, to
well,
explore, so you can walk
you guys
around
aren't ready for
Mos
that.
Eisley, visit Chalmun's Cantina, use your speeder through the open world, maybe.
A
Maybe
Munchkin,
visit
a Munchkin
Oysterfly.
episode.
Maybe you do
Munchkin
that.
Some of them are not in
Literally.
such great shape.
A
Moisture
bathtub game and a
farms.
Munchkin
It's true. I don't know if
episode
you've heard.
in the same day. Can you imagine?
In the
All right.
same
You know,
session.
it's just
Yeah.
a small slice of the game. Obviously, the full game has so much more to offer, a lot more diverse locations, and a lot more story.
The audio is behind now,
I mean,
so
if you haven't jumped in, now
should I
is the
mute
Yeah.
it?
best time.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You can throw it down below now for now.
Pirate's Fortune May 15th.
All
So
right.
that's exciting. Did you there we go. Okay. That like broke the universe. So
Jeez.
that was cool. We got a little thing there, I guess, for a minute. Nothing crazy, something we knew was coming, but yeah. So that's coming out. And Matt thought we weren't going to talk about anything at all today. We didn't even
I
get
don't
to
even know
our
what
backup
Star
ideas.
Wars is.
Okay, so I guess we can start to sort of talk about what we want to see the rest of the way, because I think right now they're doing the publishing panels. Maybe in a couple hours or so, they're doing like the actual like novels that are upcoming in Star Wars. So we'll probably be off by then for sure. And overnight, from when we stop streaming, overnight while we're sleeping and whatever's going on the West Coast and elsewhere in the world, they'll be doing the rest of day one, which
We'll be waking up to animation news, whatever
Yes.
that will be.
animation news and possibly video game news, or at least something about that new game that's coming out. So we'll be recapping that tomorrow night. This stream has been pretty lit tonight.
That was pretty good. This was a good
pretty-
stream.
Very surprising, but I think tomorrow night is also going to be fantastic. We're going to have a lot to kind of recap. It won't be like breaking news, I don't think, but we'll have a lot to recap. And the things that will be live tomorrow while we're on, I believe, will be the Andor panel, which the show is out in days from now. So there won't be anything crazy, I imagine they would show
Unless they announce
reveal.
season 3. Whoa. That'd be nuts.
I
Can
think
you
they made a
imagine?
movie. I think they're making it into a movie, Matt. I think it takes
Actually,
place right
Cassian
before,
Andor survives and is back.
and they're also doing a Ahsoka panel, season 2, which is the
Oh,
movie.
they are? I didn't know
The
that.
movie panel and the Ahsoka season 2 panel are the big headliners.
That's
of
a
this
big one.
weekend.
Holy shit! I didn't know
But
that
I
was a
don't-
thing.
I think that'll be very tight-lipped. I don't think a thing will come out from that we'll be able to really talk about.
Damn. I mean,
we could
people
barely-
will talk
barely
about,
talk about
what
Buff
was
Hut.
in it.
Yeah, but we
They're
won't
just
be
not
able
going to
to.
be able to share like.
Well,
images.
we'll play around somewhere. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Maybe we'll be.
I've got my
maybe we'll be dancing.
sources. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
There's something.
So yeah, we'll have a lot to talk about tomorrow. With hopefully we do. I mean, we'll have stuff to talk about, but I hope we have juicy things to talk about. I hope we have
juicy
animation
leaks
news
in our
to kind of
laps.
speculate on. Yes. But
Yeah,
this
I
was
hope
really
we have
fun.
a new animated show to talk about. And
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, I'll let you wrap up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if
That's
there's
it.
anything else you guys wanted to talk about. This was kind of like a little tease tonight. We still have work to go off to tomorrow, so we don't want to be on too late here. And
No, we just want to
yeah.
at least cover the opening here and just like we're excited to see it. And I don't know, we'll stream again tomorrow night just to see what's what. And so anything that happens in the next like 24 hours, celebration news wise, we'll chat about tomorrow and see whatever the heck is going on tomorrow as well. And then I don't know, we'll go from there because it's celebration from home. This is what it is, guys.
Yeah.
Y'all who are watching this are doing the same thing that we're doing. Just here we
Imagine somebody
are.
watching us while they're at celebration, like
Why
me, you,
not?
and us
That would
and
be
Levi and everyone, like Brent, like crowded around a circle watching us. But yeah, if if you were new, I saw a lot of new faces in the chat. Be sure to like and subscribe. Come join us tomorrow night. We'll be having even more fun tomorrow night. We'll be
come join us like most Thursdays. We're always on. We're always.
We're going to be covering starting next Thursday. Obviously, we're going to be covering Andor for the next 4-ish weeks after that. For the whole show, and we do a lot of other nonsense and fun stuff.
Tons of nonsense.
Too much nonsense. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. This has been Holland and Marauders. See ya next time.